All right, good evening, everybody, and a happy Friday evening. Huh. Folks, it's 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. on the money. I thought I'd do a little bit of a recap of the day, and I also got to come clean about something. We'll do that at the end, though. I'm still trying to muster up the courage to do it. So, all right, if you keep up with the videos in order, you know I had some problems today. This is what was left. Not the end of the world. I'm very displeased. I'm a little angry, but you know what? It's not the end of the world, and you got to be appreciative for what was done today and what could have happened and what didn't. More importantly, almost. So, anyway, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There ended up being 11 rows left. Which would have probably produced 15, 16, 17 bales, something like that. Maybe even a little bit better because it gets extremely thick over on the east end. About the thickest in this field. Go figure. So, yeah, anyway, had some problems today. We're going to leave that alone right now. I'll talk about those later. Behind me in the background, you can see a beautiful, beautiful white line of wrapped alfalfa. High moisture alfalfa, also known as baleage. Tell you what, let's go for a ride. All right, let's do a little recap here. A little recap, and you're going to have to put up with me having a beer. By God, I think I got it coming. Even if I don't, I'm having one anyway, so. Okay, recap. Bottoms up, cheers. Got home yesterday, late afternoon. Oh, man, that's good. Got somebody walking down the field, for God's sakes. Got back here yesterday afternoon. I kind of got very excited. I started cutting. The hell did I start cutting? I was cutting by 5, somewhere's around there. Cutting went real good. Dad joined me about 6:30, quarter to 7 with the John Deere Moco. We kind of double dipped, got it done in a real hurry, which is real nice. And anyway, that's that. The morning dew was not that bad this morning, so I started baling by about 10:30, which there's been some lessons learned here, folks. I started baling by about 10:30, and by about 1:30, I had the breakdown. Right after the breakdown was so bad, and it was so bad for what I was seeing. I immediately screamed bloody murder, as I should have, and I don't regret that. I brought the baler back to the farm, kicking and screaming, and headed right back out here to start this line. It goes without saying, the line started right there. Any comments or attaboys for this straight line, go ahead and leave them. I got one coming. That's something I did do right today. So yeah, I came right back out here, I started the line, because you know what, there's a lot of stuff that goes on with that wrapper to set it correctly, get a line going, and once you do, you're absolutely set. But just getting to that point. So I ran out here. I want to say that I probably put through 20 bales, and that was it. I had to pull the plug. There's animals at the farm that need to be fed, and it's just me. I'm by myself today. There's really no help. I don't know any way to put that. That sounds disrespectful. It's not. It's me. So I ran to the farm, did some feeding, and started thinking. I'm like, you know what? It ended up to be 11 rows. I think I said it was like 8 or 9. They're still good. They can still be baled. The bales that are already baled, they're already doing their thing. It's okay. So I devoted 1 hour to the baler. And I probably should have took a video of that, folks, but I was so stinking mad, I didn't. I had other things on my mind, and that was getting this done. I'm sorry. Maybe next time I'll think differently. So I devoted 1 hour to work on the baler, a little bit better, and I got most of it fixed. I still got more to go, which of course is tonight yet. No hot date tonight. Date with the baler and the belts. And I said, okay, that's it. Enough's enough. Baling anything else is a goner for tonight, and it's time to get these bales wrapped. So I came out here, and very long story short, this is what we got. Let me grab this bush light. Bush. When I first came back out here from dropping off the round baler at the farm, mattered in a firecracker, I of course got the easy quarter, the easy half. All the bales that were here, I just went ahead and did it with the tractor. Boom, 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 drove right up to the wrapper. After feeding, I came out here, hooked up to the wagon, and I had to grab everything from here over. You can't just go do it singly. You gotta use the wagon. So, folks, I ended up with 51 bales. This is just something that makes me happy. I like doing this. I don't care what you think about it. Today's date is 6/22/18. 51 bales. Pretty happy with it. Now you will see a size difference. And if you've been paying attention to the videos, you'll know that I put 2 dry round bales. And this is good hay. Actually, I think this was that orchard grass from last year. There's 2 dry round bales on this end and in the beginning. Pretty obvious. This starts the baleage. And I can feel the heat. The process of fermentation has already been taking place. In fact, it takes place once it's baled. It gets baled really nice and tight, not too tight, and it starts festering, for the lack of better words. Well, it's not. It just doesn't take that. Now they have to be all wrapped up as they are, and yeah, fermentation takes place. For the most part, all the air is out, and they're just kind of sitting there festering and cooking. And we're in for a real good treat here come December. Maybe November, but December guaranteed. So, okay, this beautiful Anderson wrapper. This is not mine. This is borrowed, for the lack of better words. Awesome job. Anderson, you have my vote. H&S makes a damn good wrapper as well, I will say that. This Anderson wrapper is great. Did a really good job. I'm done with it, and I'm going to explain why I'm done with it. What goes with this is another brand new wrap of film wrap. And of course, you borrow something, you better give it back better than what it was. Full tank of fuel, and everything else is primed and proper. It's all set to go. So now, here's the deal. I was flirting with the idea of dropping more fields tonight, and then of course tomorrow morning, and wrapping tomorrow. It's not going to happen. There's two reasons why. Number one, quite a bit of stuff went on today. Stuff that I got to fix yet. I'm confident that I can fix it. It's a no-brainer. It's fine. I just got to do it. Number two, another local guy, kind of good pal of mine, he's desperately wanting to wrap as well tomorrow. So when he called, between the problems that I had when he called and the fact that he needs it, and you got to be respectable about that, respectful of it, I told him, you know what, yeah, I'll be done tonight. Come grab it tomorrow morning. Give me a call before you get here. I'll help you load it up and give you the ins and the outs of the wrapper. So anyway, wrapping is done for the weekend. It's done. I see wrapping again maybe Thursday of next week. I should be home Wednesday evening. I'm going to cut Wednesday evening and wrapping Thursday after baling. Weather dependent. So, yeah. All right. Now let's talk about the problem. I stated earlier in this video that I had a problem today. We all know what it was. Belts went to hell. They got all cattywampus. Let me tell you something, folks. I'm not too proud to admit it's my fault. I'm sharing this with you so that there's anybody out there, let this be a reminder that you got a disaster coming. I'm a very lucky and thankful person today to say that I didn't split, break any belts. I didn't even encounter any damage to the belts. Folks, I seen the problem at the right, exact, correct time as soon as it happened. Thank God. This has been an awful day. An awful day. But I tell you what, there's a lot to be thankful for, and there's a lot to learn from. Why is this my fault? I am absolutely embarrassed and ashamed to admit this. When I got that baler back to the farm, and then I went back and I devoted 1 hour to it, I raised it up, locked it, raised it down, which of course loosens everything. And then I took a, not a come along, but a ratchet strap, and raised up the, what I'm going to call the tensioner roll. Well, then I got to really dig in there, and I climbed in there. I probably should have done a video. You'd have heard a lot of cuss words. There was a big ball, excuse me, of old hay, alfalfa from baleage, whatever, from last year on the, it would have been the, we'll call it the passenger side corner. And go figure, I've been having a lot of problems with the net wrapping on the right side. Well, to make matters worse, now you've got this half-wet, sticky alfalfa. It added to it. All of a sudden, a big clump came, and the belts couldn't take it anymore, and one of them jumped, and it was just a chain reaction of baloney. Oh, my God. So, long story short, I can't do any complaining today because the complaining's on me. It's my fault. So, let this be a lesson. I went through that baler fall of last year after I was all done. I blew it out, cleaned it out, everything else. You've seen my maintenance videos. This spring, I did the same thing. I did inspections. Well, you know what? I failed to actually really get in there into the nooks and crannies and do some inspections and actually climb up there. And it's my fault. It's my problem. So let this be a lesson, not only to myself, but anybody else watching. Really take a good look at your corner rollers, in the corners especially, and loosen up those belts, get that buildup out of there. This is probably one of the best things that ever could have happened. This is a big warning to me. I escaped all this today without any damage. Just a lot of heartache. So anyway, let it be a lesson. I'm not too proud to admit it. We're going to blame it on, I don't want to call myself lazy. No, just, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to blame it on. But I can guarantee you it's not going to happen again. There's about 15, 16, 17 bales that didn't get baled up and wrapped today. You want to think about it like this. As a sellable product, folks, that's a lot of fuel. A lot of fuel. 15, 16, 17 bales. What is that? That is a complete service fill up of the fuel tank at the farm, and then some. That doesn't matter to you. Like I always say, you got too much money. Congratulations. So anyway, I'm running out of things to say here, folks, except for this. Until this point, I could not justify a wrapper. No way. We're talking under 300 bales a year. You can't justify a wrapper making that many bales a year. Well, here's the deal. I started thinking a little bit today while I was baling, while things were going good. And between the alfalfa here, okay, this is all new seeding alfalfa. What you're looking at right now is oats, but there's new seeding alfalfa underneath it. I'm now starting sorghum, which I'm very excited for. There's two things that are almost guaranteed to happen in the spring. The Easter Bunny is going to be paying me a visit. Two things. Number one, I hate to do it because that baler and me, we get along like peas and carrots. Number one, that baler is probably going to get traded in for a silage special round baler. I have to have it. If I'm going to keep doing this baleage like this, I can't keep doing it with mine. Mine is not set up for it. It does a good job, but I need a silage special. Number two, I do believe that a wrapper's coming, a brand new wrapper for next year. Bought in the spring. What am I going to get? I don't know. These are nice. These are very convenient. But I'm going to tell you something. I'm also in the business of selling these bales and what I'm going to call a single bale wrapper. There's many models out there, many manufacturers. What I'm looking at is probably a tow behind wrapper that's got the fork pickup. It'll pick the bale up, dump it in the wrapper, zing, 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 dump it onto the next one. That also requires a grabber for the front end of the tractor. So anyway, I got a lot of thinking to do. I got some numbers to crunch and everything else, you know. All of us farmers are not rich, by the way, so we've got to dedicate and allocate money for that. We'll see what happens. But folks, I'm going to give you one last view here of what's going on here. It is a beautiful evening in Upper Peninsula of Michigan. If anybody is still watching, I really appreciate it. And I'm sorry I couldn't show you a finished product, but I did the best I could. The alfalfa that's left, that's just going to go on a dry down. That'll probably be baled Friday, so probably be baled Sunday. We are probably looking at dropping some hay fields tomorrow for dry hay to be baled on Monday. Baleage is done for the weekend. So anyway, folks, I've talked for enough. I'm tired. It's been a long day. It's not late, but it feels like it's been about an 18-hour day. And I do believe I'm going to get a few things in order, and I'm going to have a couple of beers and relax a little bit. And yeah, so anyway, thanks for checking in. Appreciate it. Hope everybody's doing okay. I really do. Hope you're having a nice weekend. And we're going to talk to you sooner and later. Have a good night.